Hello, hi there. Good afternoon. How are you doing this Tuesday afternoon? Hope you are good because I'm okay. I'm good. I'm happy to know that you are there, so you should be good. Well, if you're not feeling okay, I am here to make you feel better. Good afternoon and welcome to Hashtag Trending on Spectrum TV. My name is Ofonono Joseph, but like I always say, if you call me Lady OJ, we are just gonna be friends forever. Well, today is World Humanitarian Day. World Humanitarian Day. World Humanitarian Day is commemorated every year on 19 August to pay tribute to humanitarian workers killed and injured in the course of their work, and to honor all aid and health workers who continue to provide life-saving support and protection to people most in need. And of course, this started far back in 2003 in Iraq. The day highlights the importance, effectiveness, and positive impact of humanitarian work. Well, let us bring it down to ourselves. You, that man, you, that woman that is always rendering a selfless service, you make sacrifices, you put your life on the line in order to show kindness, to show love, support to one person or another person, or to majority of people. You are a humanitarian. You that you have that job, your employer employed you, and you're doing all that you can to make sure that the workspace, the environment, the company, the establishment moves forward, in as much as the salary you're being paid is not incommensurate with your services, but you just want the company to do well, you want the company to grow, and you are putting your life on the line to render this, selfless service. You are a humanitarian. That akara seller that's always helping, those school children, their parents cannot afford it, and you hear that they're always going to school hungry, and you do your akara, you make it, and you just, give one or two pupils or students to go to school with, and you know that they cannot pay you. You are a humanitarian, and today is set aside to celebrate you, to remember you. You deserve every accolade there is. So take your flowers, take your flowers. You that's always doing something that you know that nobody can pay for it. You're not doing it so that you will be paid. And even if you are going to collect money, the money is not enough for the service that you're rendering. Those people in the Red Cross Society, talking about the health sector, how about the journalists, the teachers, counselors out there? Is not because these people are closely related to you or they're related by blood to you, but you're just there in your little corner. Nowadays I see people cook food on the street. They cook food and they just share it to the less privileged or to people that need food. They just cook with their money. They buy food, and some persons support it financially. They send in money, their token, for these ladies to cook food on the street and just share it to people. You are the real MVP, and it is you, that we are celebrating today. You that has sponsored people educationally. You that has, raised money to support somebody's skill, or raised money to say, okay, start up this business and earn a living. You that has opened doors. You've opened your arms, for people to come in and get counsel from you and seek advice from you, and you want people to do better in their different spheres of life. You are a humanitarian, and you really deserve an accolade, and we are appreciating you today, whatever capacity you are, in your level, in your corner, whatever help that you're rendering to somebody. This person is not related to you. You're just doing it because for humanity's sake, for love's sake, for compassion's sake. Nobody is rewarding you for it. Whether you are seen, you are heard, you are appreciated or not, today is set aside for you. We are celebrating you in Spectrum TV. We are saying you're doing so much. We see you, we hear you, and we applaud and commend you in all that you do. So happy World Humanitarian Day today. Yes, talking about rendering humanitarian services. Let's deep down. Okay, we brought you a trend concerning the Dangote incident, you know, trucks killing people and all of that, which is related to Fina, the former Big Brother Niger sister that was amputated, and Very Dark Man came out to talk about it. But the one that happened recently this week, this new week now, the same accident happened in the same local government, in the same state, killing 3 people, and one man was stuck in the car, you know, opposite a church where Apostle Johnson Suleiman is the GO. And let's just see the scene of the accident before the speech from Apostle Johnson Suleiman.
Jesus Christ. Yes. That's this road for Jim. I'm gonna have the guy. These are photos. The Victoria, take a rank.
It's an avoidable death. These deaths are very avoidable. They should be called to order. These are boys that are not trained. These are boys that are overworked. These are boys that are stressed. Some of them are even high on drugs, you know. So I think the management of the organization has to do proper assessment, because this is one madness too many. There are several trucks around the country. When it becomes a pattern that a particular organization, the truck keeps claiming the life of Nigerians, then it becomes a thing to worry about. I mean, this is just a mess. These are deaths that are very avoidable. If they put themselves together, it's a mess. It's a mess. You know, just lost 3 lives here now for the recklessness of some young men who probably, if well checked, might not even have licenses. So it's an avoidable death. Yet they have to put their house in order.
On the part of the government concerning the construction of the road, do we have any?
Of course, the road should be fixed. But even if the roads are fixed, it's human beings that apply the road. You know, everything is not about government. We are government. You know, giving your trucks to an untrained driver, is that the government? Overworking your drivers because you want to meet a target, that's not the government. As much as the government has to do their part, the citizens has to be responsible. This is just one mess that should be avoided.
This incident happened just opposite the church, Omega Fire Ministries, where you have Apostle Johnson Suleiman as the general overseer. And of course, his attention was called to the incident that happened directly opposite his church. And we had told you earlier that Very Dark Man has said that Auchi local government is his local government. He's from there, Edo State. So he will step into the situation to call the attention of Dangote to do the needful, to take up responsibility and cater, you know, to those persons, the victims of the accident. So let's see people's reaction to the video. Michael Ehi says, ask Google who owns Nigeria as you carry this phone for your hand right now. You will know why Dangote truck drivers drive without. My concern is you that is yet to reconcile with God. The end time is here. Jesus is coming soon. He that has ears, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Okay. Efosa Brian Odung, says this is a country where there is no proper law instructions. Big trucks are supposed to be running at midnight, with a crying emoji. Harman tweets in Jos, trucks are only allowed at night. You can never see trucks driving during daytime. Okay. Pope Osinachi says in abroad, trucks only move at night. But here in Nigeria, reverse is the case. Patience Wilson, I hope they caught the driver, be him disappear. I heard most of these truck drivers disappear once they sense any incoming danger. If you see what these drivers do before mounting the steering, E-Mega Official, I'm a truck driver. Whenever I see Dangote truck from my side mirror, I usually clear for them to pass. Go to Agumunana Hill. You will see plenty of Dangote truck inside pits. Go to Akwagan Hill, especially those truck from Ibese Cement. Fear them. Okay, all right. A lot of people are talking about Dangote truck, and of course the fact that his drivers do not have license. They do not have one of the vehicle, the truck, and still drive, and they're prone to commit this, to do these things, to cause accidents, because they're human beings, they're not robots, they're tired. And some of them sniff and take things and, you know, drink things that they shouldn't before they're able to hop in to the truck and start driving. And he's really called out the attention of Dangote to maybe come down from his high horse and not send people, because of course every life matters, right? The lives of these people that are lost, they matter to their family members. So every life matters. He should come address these issues, train his drivers, make sure that they've got license, and, you know, let them know how to navigate the roads and the routes properly before they're given the vehicles to go ahead and drive. May the souls of the departed in this tragic occurrence rest in perfect peace. And I hope and pray that Dangote does something about this. You know, talking about today being World Humanitarian Day, we see Vincent Auchi, popularly known as Very Dark Man, always stepping into situations like this. You know, he hates situations like this. He's, you know, when things like this happen, he doesn't say, oh, you're related to me, or you're not related to me. We see him do a lot of humanitarian things, services, rendering his services, putting his life on the line in order to speak for the people that cannot speak. He's a voice to the voiceless. He's a social media influencer. He's a social media activist, you know. So he does these things, be it in Nigeria and outside of Nigeria, standing up, speaking up. And I just hope there is a positive revolution in order to change how our country is. We push forward in a positive direction. Very Dark Man, like he promised, has come out to say that no more trucks in Auchi, especially my local government. You're not moving, you're not passing. So he is in Auchi local government. He has stopped Dangote trucks from passing. If they want to pass, he will park. You know, just park somewhere and other vehicles will pass, but definitely not Dangote truck. Let us see what Very Dark Man is doing in Auchi local government of Edo State.
Only tough now, not letting other person take that. Mama, that guy wear black. Where POS there? Foul. POS. 100,000 come. Send me the 300,000. 100K. Send me the 300K. See my alpha. Why did delay now? Hey, you just a come. Hey, no, thank you. That's one. Now need to get alpha. Where better? Now need to get. Now. From here to Benin, how much? Anything you give them or your ad. Go, don't use phone. Okay, so it's simple. We are here, a lot of students of Auchi Polytechnic, take it all around. Now, it's pretty much simple. Every other truck will pass, but Dangote truck will not pass. It's simple. They have to clear all the people in the hospital and all the families that Dangote unlicensed truck drivers are put in the hospital. They will settle them, even though money cannot really bring back people to life. But these Dangote killings in Auchi have to stop. Yes, sir. And it stopped today. Yes, sir.
Well, that's VDM working as, I could say, a traffic warden, directing where vehicles should go. And of course, telling Dangote truck drivers to park. And the first video, we saw that he parked Dangote truck and some very young teenagers and young boys came out from the truck with motorcycles, and he asked them, where you guys headed? They said they're going to Benin. He said, okay, I will get you to Benin, but definitely not in this truck, not in Dangote truck, because this vehicle will be parked here. So he got money from a POS attendant and gave them their transport fare to transport themselves in whatever means they could to Benin, not using Dangote truck. So that is the work and the job that we see Very Dark Man doing. He's stepping up, screaming, lending his voice so that maybe Dangote management, maybe it could get to Dangote that his truck drivers are not licensed, and because of this they drive recklessly on the road and so many lives are lost. And he's also called out Dangote to make sure that those people that are bedridden because of how his truck drivers hit them on the road, some of them are amputated, some of them are bedridden for life, he should make sure that he visits the hospitals and pays the hospital bills, as well as make them live a life that the money he will pay them will make them stay as long as if they want to establish a business or do anything for them, because if they had their lives together they would run their lives by themselves. VDM is doing something that majority of us, the federal government is not really saying something about this. This is not the first time that we're hearing and knowing that Dangote trucks drivers drive recklessly and a lot of lives are lost, but nobody's saying anything. But one person, one young man in Nigeria is coming out to shout, to cry, and of course to implement when he says, I'm going to do this. You see Very Dark Man doing it. We have not seen such in Nigeria, and we pray that this does not result in anything negative, but of course the positive. Let's see what people are saying. Elijah Peter says, I think they should create another route for heavy-duty trucks. Meanwhile, be watching your back, bro. Rich people don't joke with their businesses. They can do anything. All right, that's coming from Elijah Peters. Our teen says truck drivers should be well-trained, have license, understand the use of the highway. Their speed no they be here. Once you hear their horn, clear road sharply, or so whether north, south, east, west, and company should take responsibility. Okay. Golden Prolific Home says, thank God we have other trucks. Why Dangote truck all the time? Oga Dangote, you must tell Nigeria why your truck they buy our people. Okay. Akuna says, make these trailers drive at night. Here in Lagos, now war, you will see bus driver carrying full passenger dragging road where no good with trailer drivers. Government had to intervene in this. Those drivers their mind they back and they don't see down as well. I beg they should all do something about it. All right. A lot of persons are calling out Dangote. You know, some are using the social media platforms because they kind of come out boldly to do what Very Dark Man is doing. In all of this, we just want him to take up the responsibility, train his drivers, run his business how he wants to run it, but definitely not at the expense of other people's lives, the detriment of people's lives. No, not that way. Train them, make sure they have their license, you know, let them know how to drive on the road, whether the road is good or bad. Of course, we're in this together. Nigeria, our country. If the road is bad and the government sees the need to repair the road so that there will be less accident, they will do it. We just want peace and we want to move forward. All right, we move forward to where we see a viral video of a senior officer being reproving another junior officer on the road. You know, when you drive and you get to a point, a stop checkpoint, and the police like talk to you, have an interaction. Okay, move. Oh, let me see your driver license. Okay, let me see your particulars and stuff. So a particular senior officer was driving behind a bus, and he saw that his junior officer was collecting money from a bus driver, and he said he made a video and put it online and said, no, return that money you just collected. Let us see the video here.
Yes, give him the money back. Yes, stop. Shut. Give him that money back. Go and give him back. Commander. Give him the money back. Come, why did you collect money from him? Why did you take money from him? Did you buy anything from him? Did you buy anything from the driver? No. So why did you collect money from him? Why did you collect money from him?
We see that, I don't know what form of correction that is, but I think we could do you know, some little positive effort will not keep. But people are blaming him. They say, oh, God, I beg you, not be una start time. You know, you guys are teaching them, and after the end of the day, you get money. You tell him, bring, you know, what you have done for today, the money you've collected. I beg you now, una start time, and we have gotten to where we are today. And you think that making a video to try to correct him will do that? It's already in their system, and that is how it is. So you can't just make a video and say you're going to stop one particular man, officer, and it will go round and the system is corrected. No, it doesn't work like that. But I say at least he did something nice. Maybe one bad egg is spoiling the whole eggs. You know, some police officers could do something bad, and the name, that bad name, they give it to, they generalize it. All right, so let's just see what are people saying about this particular video of a senior officer correcting, you know, the younger one. Garuba Ojo Isaac says, it's a pity the way some people are commenting about the senior police, reprimanding the police, collecting bribe. If all senior police officers do this, I think it will reduce crime to a large percentage. I support you on that. You know, and so Peter says, the main problem are the senior officers in the office collecting balance every day from ones on the road. Okay. All right, so a lot of people are saying, oh God, you started all of this. But like I said, if each particular, you know, senior officer does this, maybe daily or weekly, I think the rate of police officers collecting money or extorting money from, you know, passengers will be minimized. Okay, today is Tuesday, and of course, you know that we'll bring you word of the day. Let us see the word that we have for today. The word of the day is euphemism. Euphemism. What does it mean? A euphemism is a mild or pleasant word or phrase that is used instead of one that is unpleasant or offensive. A euphemism is a mild or pleasant word or phrase that is used instead of one that is unpleasant or defensive. Example in a sentence is management used the euphemism let go instead of saying someone is fired. All right, there are mild words that you could use, not really the harsh ones. You are fired, but they say we let you go. All right, isn't that nice? The word for today is euphemism. And it is Tuesday. So what is the Tuesday trend? Motivation for today. Tuesday motivation coming from Walt Disney says, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. All right. Your dream will come true if you have the courage to pursue them. This is all we have brought to you today on #trending. I remain your host, Ofodona Joseph. I will see you tomorrow by God's grace. Enjoy your Tuesday.